x minus 4 plus x plus 2 equals 6. So how do we do this? The first thing we want to do is combine any terms that look similar. So here we have an x and here we have another x. We can combine those x plus x into a single term of 2x. So let's just do that, 2x. And then I'll just rewrite the rest of the equation the way it is. There's a minus 4, and there's a plus 2. So I'll do that, minus 4 plus 2. And that equals 6. I'm just bringing down this 6 on the right side of the equation. So now, what can we do? Is there anything else we can do to simplify this equation? We're trying to get x by itself, but first we want to get everything as simple as possible. Well, look at this. We've got a minus 4 plus 2. That could be simplified into just minus 2, right? Minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. So let me rewrite the equation. 2x and then minus 4 plus 2. What is that? Minus 2. So what that simplifies to, right? And that equals, on the right side, 6. So 2x minus 2 equals 6. So we'll get to this 2 right by the x last. First thing I want to do is get rid of this negative 2. And so I'm going to add a 2 to both sides. So I'm going to add a 2 to the left side and a 2 to the right side. Whenever you do something to one side of the equation, you have to do the exact same thing to the other side of the equation. That's just a little rule in math. So now we've got a minus 2 plus 2. That whole part is going to simplify to 0. Well, that's great. That makes our life easier here. So let me just rewrite the 2x up in the front. No change there. And then this minus 2 plus 2, that simplifies to 0. You could say plus 0 or minus 0 for that whole section right here. All of this. And that equals, on the right side, what do we have? 6 plus 2 now. So that is 8. So 2x plus 0 equals 8. Or to make it more simple, 2x equals 8. So now we just have one step left to do. That's to get rid of this 2. So how can we do that? Well, if we've got 2x and we want to simplify it, we want to get rid of the 2, we'll divide both sides by 2. And the reason is that will eliminate this term. 2 divided by 2 is going to simplify to just 1. Because anything divided by itself is 1. So that 2 divided by 2, that simplifies to 1. And then the x is unchanged. Just going to rewrite the x. And that equals, on the right side, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So now 1x equals 4, or we can say that more simply, just x equals 4, right? We don't need that 1 out in front. And that is our solution, x equals 4. Now we could just stop working right here and move on to the next problem, and you're free to do that. But if you want to verify that this is the solution, then it would be a great idea to plug this back into the original equation and make sure that both sides are equal, and that will prove that you did it right. So here we go. Let's plug this x equals 4 back into the original equation. All I did was rewrite the original equation. And wherever there's an x, let's stick in a 4. And if everything is equal, then we know that we got the right answer, that x does equal 4, okay? So this x, let's plug in, what are we plugging in for x? 4, right? So that's this term. And then minus 4, I'm just rewriting this term. And then a plus x, that's our solution again, that's a 4, plus, well, that was that one, by the way, and now plus 2, so that's the bringing that down, and that equals the 6 on the right side. Okay, so 4 minus 4, what does that simplify to? That's 0. And then the rest of it here is 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6 equals 6. And that is true, right? So because we got the same number on both sides, plugging in this 4 worked, right? So that means that our solution is indeed x equals 4. We can be sure of it now. And I'm going to give us an A+.
Thumbs up and subscribe. For more videos like this, check out algebravideos.com.